Well, here we got a president in Washington. And on first examination, before I open it up, some golden screwdriver hack was inside this radio. Some kind of hackery was going on, because the first thing I noticed, there's absolutely no receive RF at all. There's no IF noise, no nothing. Volume's all the way up. There's a little bit there. That's lower sideband. Upper AM. RF gain is wide open. And it is on the antenna. No. But this isn't right. Yeah. RF output. That's a joke too. RF meter's been reset to make it look like it's doing power. She's doing about 2 watts audio, or RF output. And as you can hear in the monitoring radio, it is so far off frequency, it's pathetic. AM, we got about 1.5 watts, with about no audio drive at all. There's AM. Mic gain's full bore, and the monitor radio is about halfway up in volume. So yeah, this radio is a piece of dog shit. Some hackery was going on in there, and obviously they don't know what the hell they were doing. Pretty leery on popping the top on it, afraid of what I might find in there. But we'll keep the camera here, and you guys can go for the ride with me. I'm going to pause it now so we can pop these screws around the cover. And as soon as we get the cover screws out, we'll fire the camera back off here. Alright, we got all the screws out. They don't even match up. That's a normal case screw. And that's one we took out of it there. So there was some hackery going on here. Some asshole don't know what they're doing. Okay, here's the scary part. Let's hop the top. There's been water in this radio over time. There's rust in all these vents. So bad the vinyl is actually peeling up. Oh my God. I've seen worse, but it's definitely a mess in there. Suppose I should zoom the camera over it so we get a before and after of this. So here we go. Camera probably don't pick it all up that bad, but there's definitely been water in this radio. I can see down behind here. There's been a lot. That's rust down in there. Could be worse. Could be better. But now I got to figure out what kind of hackery is going on. You can see we got pots cranked all the way up. That's the VU meter, or that's the RF meter, by the way. So of course it's going to look like it's doing all kinds of power when it's not. Oh my God. The voltage on the power supply, look at that. That pot's cranked all the way full bore. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, I love their replaced light bulb here. Just kind of hanging out here in space. But put the camera back on the tripod here. I don't know what to expect out of this radio. Move the camera tripod so we can get back over here. But it's definitely got issues. have to hook this up to the scope. I'm going to have to do all kinds of shit with this radio. At least they haven't messed with the bias. Freaking stinks to high hell in here. Whew. Smells like something died. But, well, I'm going to stop the video because there's really nothing much that can be done right now other than hook her on the scope up there and see what she's doing or not doing. I will make a second part to this video. See you. And second thought, I'm going to take you guys for a ride here. Before we hook it up to the scope, I'm going to do a preliminary, kind of a logical alignment to the front end IF. Because we got no receive here. And it's not even picking up any signal from the generator. So I'm just going to pull on my past knowledge of the IF in this radio. Let's see if we can bring up some IF background noise here. The volume's full blast. Hey, we got some receive. Alright. That's a 120% improvement without even putting it on a scope or a signal generator. Just going on knowledge. Steps of the IF, know which way to go. You know, you're good to go. We actually have receive now. And let's see. Let's do a preliminary on the RF. First stage. This is far from the way it's going to be. This is just preliminary. Oh yeah, the ORF is coming right up there beautifully. Oh sweet. Ew. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. I touched 1, 2. I ain't worrying about it being on frequency yet. Hello, radio. Hello. Alright, we got about 12 watts out of it. 12 watts out of it from 1 watt. Just doing a simple preliminary quickie alignment. That is not the alignment. This is just preliminary. Just to get life back into the radio. I'll do all the fine tuning on the test equipment here. Audio 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, radio. Hello, hello. Audio. 1, 2, 3, 4. Audio, radio. 1, 2. Alright, we got the lower back where it belongs. Alright, audio. Yeah, let's see here. Hello. Test. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Now she's drawing some juice. Because it's actually got output. Hello. Okay. Alright, folks. You went on a partial ride. There's really nothing more I can do at this very moment that is going to really be camera friendly. You know, I'm not going to be BBI or the Shack and, you know, try to show you a bunch of shit that you guys don't really care about. But as you see, just a simple preliminary alignment out of just knowledge without even test equipment. Shows there's life in the radio. I don't think there's anybody on Saturday. Break 19. Oop. Break 19 for radio check.
Yeah, go ahead, Warmer.
I do appreciate it. There you go. Immediately right on the air. She's got received now. First shout for a radio check. Bam, connect. I know there's nobody on 38 lower. Pretty much nobody hangs there unless there's DX. Hello, radio. But I know the radio's working. As you can see, we got some major dimming here. Hello. But something's not right with the power supply. Hello. Because it's drawn quite a bit. I have to put an amp meter on it and figure out what it's drawing. But she does seem to be drawing an undue amount of current. So I'll check the bias voltage, or the bias out on the final and pre-drive. That could also make it. Of course, not really. Because if your bias is off, it would draw the excess current without modulating it. And it's not doing that, so. Bias current I know is going to be about right. Could be touched up, but, you know. Hello. It's doing about 14 watts right now. As I said, that's just a preliminary alignment. That is definitely not the way it's going to go out the door. Alright, folks. I'm going to shut this camera off and get back to business and get this sucker done. Get her on the air and get her out the door. See ya. Quick update on the video, or on the radio here. We got her up to about 25 watts, and that power supply just about craps out completely. You can watch this. Hello. Look at this shit. You can see the light back here. Hello. 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 Check, 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 check. So, yeah, this power supply is not the healthiest. I don't know. May have to replace the regulator on that. Seems quite weak. Of course, this power supply is quite wimpy anyways. But there you go. Now we gotta reset our RF meter. Hello. Hello. Which we know that ain't gonna go that high. So let's audio. Hello. Audio radio. Hello. Hello. We got about we're doing about 6 to 8 watts AM dead key to about 10. Hello. Unfortunately, with the AM dead key low, it's going to show halfway. But it's still going to show high if you go sideband. Hello. So, there you go. We got that set for the most part. Alright, that is your update on so far with the realignment of President Washington. Single conversion walkie-talkie base. CD base. Alright, last video in the set. Today, we're still working on the Washington. Clarifier was screwed up. Both directions were one way. And it's like, well, that's not right. And there was very little difference that it made either any way you try to turn it. Well, I come to find out, some clown tried to unlock this clarifier. I don't know what the hell they were thinking, but they need to be shot in the ball sack. They had it on this line, which is an 8-volt supply line, running on 3.3 volts. And it was unstable. And this ground was through a resistor, which I just kind of put it straight to ground for better swing the other direction. But this was the big bugaboo right here. So we put her to 8-volt receive voltage, and oh hell, it's working sweet now. She's got up and down swing, so it's happy. So now I can put her together, tell the owner, come and get it, because this radio is complete other than putting the covers on. Alright, that's the end of the video on the President Washington.